at Bill Snyder Family Stadium. It's the Houston Cougars and the Kansas State Wildcats. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe working the sidelines. We'll check in with her shortly. Houston about to kick off to get things underway. On the move from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. The Wildcats offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. And here's the big fella, senior tight end. They'll try to feed him today. They say the tight end's always open, and he seems to always be, and he's always making big plays. Looking for room, it's Harris. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll run the counter. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Going with the ground game left.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. The give. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Johnson wants to throw it. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down brings us to 4th. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. So Houston's offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. Every time he gets a chance to make a play, the entire stadium holds its breath.
And there was times during the week when we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week. And we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like, is the tape in fast motion? Like, this dude is flying out wide. Like, this is a guy that legit has that take the top off the defense speed, elite speed. Palmer, this is a guy that defenses, and talking to the coaches, they are extremely worried about.
Yeah, the D coordinator in this game told us he just hasn't slept much this week, knowing how fast this guy is and just how he can score any given play. And they've got to do a really good job in this one, communicating, understanding where...
Finding some room. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Cougars want to move quickly.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Man, what a start for this offense. That's what you kind of want, man. You want to get in a rhythm. You want to get in the flow. Now, you don't expect 3 plays and 3 first downs, but they'll absolutely take it. But coming out the gates with energy, with passion, executing at a really high level.
Well, this is a quarterback who has outstanding running ability, and he's hoping the defense is going to give him an opportunity to tuck this football and get upfield, but there was nothing there. You saw him that time. Hold on to it, hold, hoping someone on defense was going to get out of position, but nobody did. Really nice job by the defense.
Oh, he's got some space. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Kansas State will get things going as they take over on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, then love to get a drive going here. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. The sure hands, it's Oakland. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. That is a sophomore offensive lineman down on the play, and we hope he's able to return soon. And the Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking for a gap. It's Jackson. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Johnson looking to throw. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Here's a little room there. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Houston will snap it in the red zone. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure's there, and he lets it go.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. A spectacular one-hand grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. He came flying up from his free safety position and stopped him well short. In fact, he'll be about 3 yards behind the marker, and it's 4th down. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Smashes it between the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. going to run it. It's Jackson. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Jet sweep headed to the edge. That ought to be enough to give Kansas State the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Williams open on the right side. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go... screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
The run inside. It's Jackson. And they swarm him under.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
It's complete on the right side. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Kansas State really has this drive rolling. Trying to beat them to the edge with the jet sweep. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. As we get a look at some stats, this is the best start they could have hoped for. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Takes a handoff. It's Jackson. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Johnson wants to throw it. The short hands. It's Oakley.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
An 8-yard pickup on the 1st down completion, now 2nd and 2. Caught by Williams on the right.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
And I think this is starting to get really frustrating for this defense, man. This is a drive that they're putting play after play together. And you finally force the third down, and they get the first down again. And so starting to sub some bodies because they're getting a little bit tired. They've got to find a way to get a third down stop.
He wants to change this route. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Oakland. Runs through, man. He might have some space. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. The Wildcats go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Zings it complete to the right. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. They'll stop it for a moment here as there's an injured Kansas State Wildcat down on the play. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Motion from the wideout. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on third down?
And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
Here comes the Houston offense out and ready to go. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution.
And he's still running after the move. The 50. Ripped past midfield. Finally stopped at the 42. And that's the kind of chunk play that gets drives going.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run. And no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And tell you what, watching Houston a year ago, man, they really did a great job on defense. And then when the run game was going and Connor Wigman throwing in the running game, they really could take off and play good games. Now, bringing in Hughes from Oregon, they're hoping to get now that 1-2 punch with Wegman, Palmer, that can get this offense to the next level.
You really do have to be impressed with head coach Willie Fritz and the job he's doing here in the portal, trying to bolster what he already has established. You mentioned the defense and you mentioned quarterback, but you know he wants to be physical. He wants to run the football. Mekhi Hughes is a guy that can help them do that, and so it's going to be really interesting to watch this Cougars offense this year as they try and navigate the Big 12.
And the try is no good. Lead is still in double digits, but missed a chance to make it bigger.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Johnson looking to throw. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Williams open on the right side. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Looking for more room. 10. The pick six. He takes it in. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
17, Kansas City, 0.
On the run from inside his own 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking for room. It's Jackson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Johnson wants to throw it. Makes the catch. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. Kansas State has it with another 1st and 10. He wants to throw it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Touchdown, Cougars. What a play. Only the interception, but the great return for the score.
What an incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And, Dave, you know, it's funny. I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field. What do you think?
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands. Guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all the way back to the house. Exhibit A, the best athletes on the football field.
They'll move the tight end. Wants to adjust the pattern. Quarterback will keep it. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Johnson looking to throw. Quickly complete. Really nice job to get it past the sticks. Pick up the first down at the 30. Wildcats signal for a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Going to take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got a man in the middle. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Timeout taken here. Second one called by Kansas State. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Upstairs to make the catch. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. And the Wildcats, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short game. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
He's got it on the move. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We begin our coverage with Florida State taking on the number 16 team, the Louisville Cardinals. And it's the Seminoles coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. The victory gets this team to 4-2. It has not been a perfect start, but they are right in position entering the second half. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big Ten. Now back to your game at Bill Snyder Family Stadium. What a first half for that superstar back. He's already over 100 yards today, and he's done it with tough physical running, but also elusive speed. And that combination has his team 2 quarters away from a nice win. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the Little Apple.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Martin. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
I caught up with the Houston head coach coming out of the locker room at the half. They are going to continue to feed their running back. As you know, there are a lot of high expectations on him to start this game, and he has performed a terrific first half. They are going to get the ball here, and let's see if they continue to go to this running back. He has been a difference maker so far. Guys, back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Keeps it on the option. He's stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hughes. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll go right back to him. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Cougars back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On the run, it's Hughes. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger.
That makes the score Houston 31, Kansas State 0.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. He'll throw it. That 3rd down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He's got it near midfield. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Here on the Cougars sideline, there is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big performance from him today, and he has delivered, just going over 100 yards already in this game. I expect them to continue to feed him the ball. I'll keep you posted from down here on the sidelines. Guys?
Okay, Holly. Back to throw, it's Wegman. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
So now it's 2nd and long. Right back to the well. Creates a little room. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. 1st and goal now for Houston as they try to get it in. Big fella moving. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Got his man. Touchdown, Cougars! And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
Oh, man, and the quarterback knew exactly where he was going with this football at the pre-snap. He saw the matchup he liked, and he took advantage of it.
And he knocked that one right down the middle.
Kansas State 0. Number 91 set to kick it off.
He'll bring it out. It's Lockett. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Running inside, it's Fields. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front. Kansas State will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. After that punt return, there is a man slow to get up. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. How in the world did the offense retain possession? Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Scanning the field, it's Wegman. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now
turns on the Jets, and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Houston.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. And he takes this from inside the 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. The running back has it. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. 3rd and 7. Trying play action. And with the pressure on him, the quarterback goes down, and we've played 3 quarters here. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. He shanked it. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. So your defense has done yeoman's work. The idea, don't make any mistakes here. Take care of the ball and preserve this shutout. Great place to start for this offense. They'll move the wide receiver. They're on inside. It's Sanford. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They feed him again. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Henderson. Right into the fray, and his first pass is incomplete. And the field goal unit is on the field. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power. A 46-yarder from the left. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Cougars! How about this defense taking one back to the house? They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
Well, we talked a little bit about this defense and just how special they are, and we've seen them dominate this game. They've held the opponent to 0 points. You now add the insult to injury with the pick six. They have dudes. They have better athletes than you do on that side of the football. That's been showing itself all game long.
And right down the middle.
That makes the score. Houston, 55. Kansas State, 0.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Kansas State will get things going as they take over on offense. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Johnson wants to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. And that is incomplete.
Trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it, because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time to go to the other guy to see what he can do, because this passing attack has not been great.
Motion from the wide receiver. The play action fake. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Houston offense comes onto the field. So your defense has done yeoman's work. The idea, don't make any mistakes here. Take care of the ball and preserve this shutout. On the option. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Sanford.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. Caught over the middle. It's Turner. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. Houston has it with a 1st and goal. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
He's trying to get it in. Touchdown, Houston. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wide receiver comes in motion. They go right back to him. Makes it past the marker. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
Gonna run it. It's Harris. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And this is just one of those.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Moving out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you could tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the 1st down.
I know it hasn't been the type game statistically this running back was hoping to have up to this point. He's been getting shut down. Finally, he's able to break through for a big one. And sometimes, you know, it just takes one. It takes one run like that to get his confidence back, to get the offensive line's confidence back. Let's see what happens with this offense now moving forward.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. The Wildcats pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Got his man on the right. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll use the timeout, 6 seconds left on the clock. And here we go, final play of the game right here. Johnson looking to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. On the option. They make the stop and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. Well, some might think this head coach has a tough locker room speech after this one. I would suggest that he starts with, "That's just bad."
bad. Or, as Reese Davis would say, ungood. Just very ungood performance. Flush this one down the toilet. Move on. It's not your best day. You lost in ugly fashion, to be honest, but better days ahead.
And I think a lot of this has to come on the shoulders of the players. They need to be able to realize they just didn't do enough. So they've got to turn the page. They've got to go back to work, have a great week of practice, and put out a better effort next week.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.